Lantmännen maskin, det går ju åt lite maskiner när man arrangerar en sån här tävling. Givetvis är väl lantmännen maskiner.
Hello and welcome to Uddevalla for the Swedish round of the European 250 Motocross Championship. It's round 3 and of course we are in Uddevalla. Join us live on MX Live TV, and it's a glorious day here in the south of Sweden. Completely different to what we had yesterday, where all we seemed to get was rain and more rain. The track was a mess yesterday. And today, though, the organisers have worked hard, and we're ready to go racing. Well, we're just over an hour from Gothenburg in the south of the country. And the venue for round 3 of the European 250 Championship takes place at the Glemingi Motorstadion for this Swedish round of the series round 3. Valentin Guia arrives as the championship leader. He's got an 8-point advantage over his Swiss compatriot Jeremy Sewer. But Valentin Guia has won both the races so far in Portugal and in France. Sewer has a third and a second. Cyril Klein-Kromov sits third. He's 12 points off the lead. And he's had a fourth and a third, so maybe he'll be looking for another podium today. But Damon Crowders is in fourth with Magni Klingsheim in fifth, so the Norwegian will be looking to impress the Scandinavian crowd here today. Well, if you've seen Uddevalla before, you'll be familiar with the racetrack. No major changes this year. Just taking out a couple of waves coming up from the green intermediate split, which is the big tabletop on the top of the hill. But other than that, everything is the same. But we've got a nice breeze blowing today, so if there is still any wet out on the track, it's going to be dried out very quickly. Right, we're getting ready to go down to Amy Dargan. She's on the grid, and I believe she's got one of our championship challengers, Jeremy Sewer, with her. See what he has to say.
A very good morning to you from Uddevalla. We're kicking things off here on the start line for the first European 250 race. Well, not the first one, but the final one. We're going to have a word with Jeremy. Jeremy, a comfortable win for you yesterday in yesterday's semi-final race?
Yes, it was pretty good. I took the whole shot and led every single lap, and yeah, it was really difficult yesterday with so much rain, but I hope I can do the same today, and yeah, we will see.
And you've been filling in for Julian Lieber in a couple of the MX2 races. How was that?
Yeah, it's feeling good to ride the MX2 category. It's a good practice for the Europeans, and there are 2 more rounds. I ride the World Championship, and yeah, I hope I can do some good results there.
We'll enjoy it out there today. We're going to head and carry on up. Actually, let's have a word with his teammate, Jorge. Nice to see you, but you've not had the best of starts to the season with injuries, right?
Yes, I started the year very bad, but now I'm here. I feel strong, and now I'm just going to try to do the same like yesterday. Have a good start and finish in good result.
Thank you, Jorge. And also, let's have a word with Mike Crass. Mike, round 3 for these guys, but a first round for you.
Yeah, we had an MX2 rider, and he got fired, unfortunately for him. So the team I ride for is MX2 team, so they asked me to go back to the European Championship, and I missed the first 2, and that's a shame. But I'm happy to be here, and I'm looking forward. And yeah, it's just a nice round, and we also go to Latvia and Finland, so I'm happy.
And you finished 3rd in the championship last year. What do you think you can do?
Yesterday I didn't have a good day. I finished 6th, but today I still go for the podium, and yeah, just say I'm happy to be here, and yes, I'm looking forward to the race.
Thanks, Mike. We'll hope to see you on the podium later. Right, that's all from us down here on the start line.
Thanks, Amy. Doing a good job down there as always. Well, the riders, before they get ready to go racing, of course, have their sighting lap. And they enter the circuit through the presentation zone beneath the Monster Energy Bridge. There's Jorge Zaragoza just going through, and Mike Kress. Spoke to both of those a moment ago, Nick Kuenberg. And the number 13, Henrik Wahl, a Norwegian rider. So the number 13, the Norwegians that have travelled across here, they'll be looking to give him a bit of a cheer. So too, though, Magne Klingsheim, the number 100. Well, let's just fill you in on what happened yesterday. The time practice in Group A was topped by Valentin Guyot. He had a time of 1 minute 51.9. That was 1.2 seconds quicker than Mika Boy de Waal on the HSF Logistics JTX KTM team. Magne Klingsheim was third on a Monster Energy Yamaha. Nathan Watson on the HM Plant KTM UK was fourth. Mike Kress, the Burstfoon Suzuki rider, was fifth, ahead of Brian Bogus on the Stabilo Pro Grip KTM. Eddie Hortemarker on the Riga Motocross KTM was seventh, ahead of Victor Björklund of Sweden. Karol Kutsar on the Adrenaline Arena Racing KTM, and Nick Kuenberg. Cyril Klein-Kromhoff, who's third in the championship, can only manage 11th fastest time, ahead of Ryan Houghton, Lars van Berkel and Henrik Stigel. Emil Nilsson was 15th. In the B time session, it was Damon Growlers on the Standing Construct KTM, Jeremy Seward, Rockstar Energy Suzuki, Brent Van Donnick, Scott KTM, Carl Olsen on the JTEC Racing Honda, Jordan Booker on the Kawasaki, and Jorge Zaragoza. Jordan Lecon set the 8th fastest time, but unfortunately for him in the semi-final race, wasn't able to put it together, and therefore had to go to the last chance. Of course, he didn't make it through there either. He's actually down as a first reserve. Semi-final Group A was won by Valentin Guyot, and he had almost a 38-second lead by the time the checkered flag fell in very, very difficult conditions over Mika Boy de Waal and Magne Klingsheim. Klingsheim just losing that position of second place on the final lap to de Waal. Kromhoff was fourth, Ryan Houghton was fifth, so he was maybe running a little bit tight in the beginning of the race, but again, just lost a couple of positions in the closing stages, but he was pleased with that all the same. There's Jeremy Seward, second in the championship at the moment, as you can see, 42 points. And it was he who won the second qualifying race, or the semi-final, ahead of Carlis Sabalis of Latvia on the Kawasaki. Brent Van Donnick on the KTM Scott machine was in third. Benoit Paturel was fourth. There's a guy who finished second. And then we had Jorge Zaragoza was fifth. Damon Growlers, bit of an up and down ride for him actually, finishing in sixth position. He started in fourth and looked to be closing for a while, but then made a mistake, lost 3 positions. 2 positions, and then dropped down into sixth. There's how they will line up then. Guyot won the A group, Sewa won the B group, so it alternates A, B, like that. But as I said, the last chance qualifying race, or practice, was headed up by Carl Olsen on the JTEC Honda. Ken Bengtsson on the JE68 KTM from Sweden was second. Henrik Stigel of Finland was third on the Racing Bike Finland KTM. And then the German Davide von Seitswitz, came home in fourth. The reserves are Jordan Lecomte on the CLS Floride Kawasaki and Pontus Jonsson of Sweden on the Suzuki. No ride for Adam Sterry on the STR KTM. Didn't qualify in the last chance race. Neither too did Ben Watson, Dieter Damians, Luca Moroni, Peter Eert, Jermaine Jamais. A lot of guys there that would have expected to have got through, but didn't. Well, the sun disappears behind the clouds for just a few moments, but completely different conditions to what we had yesterday. Even the start line is not swimming under a sea of water as the Monster Energy 15-second board goes up. European MX2 riders getting ready to go racing here in Uddevalla. 5-second board gets hoisted up. Gate about to drop. And it does so now. And up the inside, Jeremy Seewer getting squeezed, and then Ryder's going down in front of him, so he's right at the back. Oh, and one of the Monster Energy Yamahas goes down. Now, was it Ryan Houghton or was it the 100 Magny Klingsheim? Certainly picking their hand. Oh, that wasn't Houghton. So Magny Klingsheim going down into the first turn and looked to be holding that wrist. So up the hill they go for the first time. Oh, we've got a rider going down, and he just gets sideswiped there. And it's Wahl, the number 13 of Norway. And 77, Jasikonis on the Route 77 Energy Honda from Lithuania going down. But up front, it is 171, Damon Growlers, who leads the way from our championship leader there. Number 92, Valentin Guillot. Number 9, Brian Bogus in 3rd place. Then it's Nathan Watson, I think, in 4th place. So the 991 getting a good start. Then Carlos Sabilis, the number 10, he's in 5th position. Brent Van Donnick is in 6th as they disappear around the corner. Mika de Waal is 7th. That's him there at the inside, number 28. Then we've got René Albers, Vitka Borkland, Jeremy Seewer. Wow, what a great recovery for him in 10th position. Should see a flash of yellow just in the background. There he is. But Growlers it is who leads, the 171. But Valentin Guillot, a good start for him here. He's in 2nd position. On the right now, oh! Big moment there for Valentin Guillot. He jumped right out of the track, almost collected the marshal stand. That would have been a big impact crash as well. So Growlers over the line then. 2nd now is Brian Bogus. Valentin Guillot is in 3rd position. Down past the work area. Normally pretty soft down here. Today no different, hard and slick underneath as always. Going to be a lot of square edge bumps out on this Uddevalla racetrack today. Guillot now 3rd, that's him there. Then Sabilis, just watch this. Oh. That was very lucky for Guillot. And he was looking across at his landing point as well. Didn't realise he was so close to the marshal point. But a recovery and a big save as well. So Growlers then, 171, standing construct. KTM leading the way, that's him at the bottom of the screen. The number 9 of Brian Bogus on the Stabilo Pro Grip KTM, just behind him in 2nd, 92. Here's Valentin Guillot on the Guillot Motorsports machine, that's him here in red. He's our championship leader at the moment. Just behind them, the number 10, Carlos Sabilis. And I believe he's probably making his debut here this weekend, because not seen him in the opening 2 rounds. But as we say, from Latvia, so we've got 3 on a row here. This weekend, Latvia next week, and then of course in Finland, so I'm guessing he'll be riding all of those 3 races. But watch the replay here, 4 guys over from the right-hand side. I think just gets pulled down there, look. Ooh. Wouldn't be surprised if he had a hand in the back wheel there, Magny Klingsheim, but as soon as he picks himself up, he realised immediately. Ryan Houghton just getting squeezed at the bottom of the hill. That's the Cairoli corner from last year, if you remember. Ryan Houghton, though, where's he now then? A little bit further down the order. Outside the, no, it's just popped inside the top 20. Into 18th place. So Damon Growlers then leads. Brian Bogus in 2nd. This is the lead group here. 3rd is Valentin Guillot in red, the number 92. Carlos Sabilis is in 4th place, the number 10. Nathan Watson on the HM Plant KTM, just at the back of the shot on the 991. He's in 5th place. Brent Van Donnick is 6th. Mika de Waal is 7th. The 294 of Victor Bjorklund is 8th. As Henrik Wahl comes in, he was one of the guys that went down at the bottom of the hill on the opening lap. See how dry the circuit is now. But you look around the outsides, just there in the background, all the mud that's been scraped off overnight, just to give this chance of the circuit drying out. Oh, who's gone down there in the background? Well, there's Van Donink. It was Watson. Watson's gone down. So Nathan Watson just losing the front end in the left-hander just before the wave section. And he goes out of 5th place. Fastest man on track last time around was Brian Bogus, the number 9. That's, is that Filotti? No, Mike Crass. So Mike Crass has gone down big on the Bursfoon Suzuki. And that is into the right-hander across the top of the hill after the first uphill. So 2 laps complete then. Growlers, fastest rider on track, 1:48.9. Fastest lap of the race as well so far in the standing construct KTM. But the Stabilo KTM there. Number 9, Brian Bogus, keeping him right in his sight. In fact, there were only 0.02 of a second apart on that particular lap. Valentin Guyot was super smooth yesterday in the very, very wet conditions. Nobody else really got a look in. He was always a second and a half, 2 seconds a lap quicker than everybody else, hence why he was almost 38 seconds clear by the time the checkered flag fell. But he's in 3rd place, 2 seconds down on our race leader here, the 171, Damon Growlers. Bogus there 2nd, Guyot 3rd, the green Kawasaki in the background. Carlos Sabalis of Latvia is in 4th. Brent Van Donink, the 172 on the Scott Racing KTM, he's in 5th place. Mika de Waal is in 6th, riding there the number 28 HSF Logistics JTX KTM. 7th is Jeremy Sewer, Rockstar Energy Suzuki, as Kenda Dyker looking on, where he won his first Grand Prix actually back in 2007 when he was riding a CAS Honda. Wouldn't he love to win here again this weekend? Victor Bjorklund is 8th, Benoit Patrel 9th, Nathan Watson, that was an expensive mistake on the previous lap because he's now down in 10th place. Jordan Booker is 11th, Simon Mallet is 12th, Cyril Kromov is 13th, Rennie Albers 14th, Nick Kuenberg 15th, Anton Lundgren is 16th. And 294 of Bjorklund there, and Benoit Patrel around the outside of him. They're having their own little battle for 8th position at the moment. Patrel, though, trying to sneak through on the inside. Forces Bjorklund wide. Benoit Patrel on the Husqvarna for the Bud Rockstar Racing team. Of course, Husqvarna made an announcement about 45 minutes before the start of the race, says these two still going at it, but Bjorklund back down the inside. Husqvarna factory teams will be back in MX1, MX2 next year. Jackie Martins will be running the MX2 factory team. Antti Pirinen of Ice One Racing will be running the MX1 team. Of course, they're looking for riders at the moment, as Patrel looking to go down the inside of Bjorklund. There's Sewa, number 91, on the yellow Suzuki. He's still trying to find a way past Mika de Waal on the white KTM, but up front, looking good at the moment, is Damon Growlers. Growlers had a big crash, if you remember, in France on the downhill in the qualifying race, and actually went out in the last chance and qualified and got himself 11th in the moto after picking up 2nd in the opening race of the season in Portugal at Agata. Yet to win one this year, though, because the guy in 3rd, in red, in the background, Valentin Guyot, he knows at the moment, in terms of the championship, that he's already going to extend his lead because Jeremy Sewer is only going to be picking up 14 points compared to the 20, should he stay there, the number 92, Valentin Guyot. So he will open it up by 6 points after the race here today. Back onto the straight, down past pit lane. Growlers, Bogus, Guyot, Van Donink still 4th, Sablis still 5th, Sewer now 6th. He's found a way past de Waal, 7th, Patrel is 8th, Watson 9th. Bjorklund has made a mistake because Patrel and Watson have gone through. So Watson now 9th on the HM Plant KTM. And Watson still yet to score a point. He had a... Well, actually, say yet to score a point. He was 17th in the race in France. He had a tough time in Portugal when he was well placed. But Guillot closing in on Brian Bogus. Right, action down the bottom corner. Just a rider going down. Maybe we'll get a zoom in on that. And it is 3:24, so 3:44, sorry. Nil Arcaron on the Silver Action KTM. This battle for the lead, though, looking like it's tightening up at the moment. Valentin Guillot, all of a sudden, with 14.5 minutes, plus 2 laps, looking interested. He's let these guys do the work up front at the moment. And he's thought, you know what? I can match that pace. Lives and trains with Yves de Maurier, does the number 92, Valentin Guillot. Not so far away from Beaucaire in the south of France, which was famous for its pre-season international races and the occasional Grand Prix over the years. De Maurier originally from Nice, the former MX3 world champion and 125 and 250 Grand Prix runner from the years gone by, but been a resident of a bit further inland for the past 20 years or so. So Growlers, 171. He's your leader. Bogus second, number 9. Guillot there in third. So these guys, they were 1.8 seconds as they came over the line apart. And they've got 6-second advantage over Sewa now, who's in 5th place. He's found a way past Carlos Sabalis, who's in 6th. Dewal 7th. Patrell is 8th. Watson 9th. Bjorklund 10th. Mallet 11th. Booker 12th. Kromov 13th. Kuenberg 14th. Rennie Albers 15th. Reinhouten 16th. 17th is Thomas Olsen. Anton Lundgren is 18th. Thought he would have been higher up after putting in some good performances last year. Eddie Hortmarker 19th. And Kelly Olsen is in 20th position. Then we've got Luca Nienhaus 21st. Ken Bengtsson is in 22nd position. Zaragoza down in 23rd. Oh, and a big moment there from Bogus. Back end just came around on him. He loses 2nd position. And Guillot goes through. Donning goes through as well. And there's Jeremy Sewa closing in as well on the Rockstar Energy Suzuki. Just watch this here. Oh, this is another moment. Ooh, somebody losing the front end. Going down hard as well. So the 132 of Karel Kutsar. Just cross-rutted, look. Leg off. You know, he'll have a bit of a tyre burn there on the side of his leg in the morning as well. But going out of 2nd position, Brian Bogus. So an expensive mistake. Oh, Brent Van Donink had a bit of a moment coming through there as well. So Growlers now leads. Valentin Guillot 2nd. Brent Van Donink is in 3rd place. Brian Bogus 4th. But he's going to have his hands full with Jeremy Sewa in 5th position. So almost 3 seconds clear now. Is this guy here, Damon Growlers, at the head of the field. On the standing construct KTM. There's your 2nd place rider in the background now, under the Monster Energy Bridge. Valentin Guillot just picked himself up another couple of championship points after the mistake there from Brian Bogus. So he'll be on 22. Sewa will be on 16. So that gap's still pretty much going to be a 6-point deficit. Brent Van Donink looking like he's getting to grips with that 250 KTM. Taking a quick look over to the finish line to see Valentin Guillot. And the gap for him is, well, it was 6 seconds before, but it's still about 6 seconds. Scrubbing nicely. What was his lap time last time around? 49.0 for Valentin Guillot, 49.9 for Van Donnick, 48.4 his own fastest lap of the race for Damon Growlers, our race leader. But the battle here for 4th position, suddenly putting himself under pressure with that mistake. Just over a lap ago, Brian Bogus, number 9 on the Stabilo KTM. Jeremy Seewer just looking for different lines, doesn't want to get caught following. Can't quite double those into this left-hander. This corner here was horrible yesterday. That whole straight in the background, off cambered, must have been about 7 different ruts through there, all with big holes in them. Caught more than its share riders out yesterday in all categories. As we look at the top 10 on the side of the screen there, Growlers, Guillot, Van Donnick, Bogus, Seewer, De Waal, Paturel, then Sabalis, Watson still 9th, Bjorklund 10th, Mallet 11th, Booker 12th, Klein Kromhoff still 13th, Kuenborg 14th, then Thomas Olsen, Ryan Houghton in 16th, Kalle Olsen, Rennie Albers, Eddie Hortmarker, and the 329 of Luca Ninehouse on the Geben Kawasaki, picking up the final championship point at the moment. As Seewer looking to go around the outside, gets good drive on the Rockstar Energy Suzuki, but he's going to have to switch it to the inside over the tabletop here. But he's always going to get his front end just chopped there by the Stabilo Pro Grip KTM of number 9, Brian Bogus. This is a battle for 4th place. 8:20 on the clock, plus 2 laps. These races, 25 minutes plus 2. Oh, Valentin Guillot sets the fastest lap of the race. He was 8/10 quicker than Growlers that time around. As Seewer looking interested, he's going to go around the outside, maybe lean on the KTM, but overshoots a corner at the bottom of the hill. So he's got to do it all again. Look how much time it's just cost him. Having another look up the inside. 91, Seewer. Double, single, heavy landing, getting bounced. 2 lines through there at the moment. Then we've got that mogul on the corner. Just upsets the balance of the bike. Close right onto the rear wheel again, though. Of the number 9, Brian Bogus. Has the 91, Jeremy Seewer. Going to go long, trying to go around the outside again, but is always going to come out second best there as well. Got to be careful not to be too impatient. He knows that Valentin Guillot, his challenger for the championship, is around about 14 seconds further up the track. Goes for the long jump and makes it stick this time and goes around the outside. So the long way round finally does pay off for Jeremy Seewer. And he now moves up in a 4th position. Still pretty heavy down the bottom end of the circuit on the run back up to the tabletop here. Gap between Growlers and Guillot still 2.5 seconds. At the head of the field. Ooh. Seewer just back end stepping out as he dropped into the hole just before the finish line. But he'll go down past pit lane. Got a man down. That's Paturel. So Benoit Paturel just shakes his head. He's gone down just at the top of the hill into the left-hander, opposite the pit lane area. So Paturel then, he's out of the points now. So we're getting ready to go down to pit lane. And Amy will be down there. And I think she's going to be speaking to the standing construct squad, which this guy rides for, Damon Growlers.
Tim, Damon possibly looking at his first race win of the season. Happy with the performance out there today?
Well, we all know that Damon can ride the bike very fast. We are investing in him since he was 3 years old, so we know that. But his problem is sometimes he gets too confident and then he crashes. So let's hope that this time he keeps focused and yeah, he wins his first European race. It would be awesome.
Thanks, Tim.
So just over 5 minutes away from taking his first ever victory in a European race, but look who's just closed in all of a sudden. Number 92, Valentin Guillou on the Guillou Motorsports KTM, our championship leader. Guillau's been quicker the last couple of laps. And he'll be quicker again this time as well. So a 50.6 and a 48.9 respectively for our two front runners. Growlers knows he's got his hands full though. Lights up the rear end as he heads uphill. Patrell going down again. We saw him picking his bike up just a moment ago. The left-hander at the top of the hill, and he goes down again in another left-hander. Just trying a little bit too hard, maybe Benoit Patrell. But the battle between these two, the 171, Damon Growlers, and Valentin Guillou, the championship leader. Growlers is fourth in the championship at the moment. And he was sixth behind Cyril Klein-Kromhoff, so he'll jump to third place in the standings because Kromhoff down in 13th position. Ooh, a bit deep there for Guillou. That's the left-hander where Patrell just went down a minute ago for the second time in the race. See how hard and slick the track is now. We're on the edge of a quarry, so it's pretty rocky around here anyway. Fans up on the hill. One of the most unique motocross tracks in terms of where the spectators can take their viewpoint from. To the rider's left as they come over the tabletop here. Guillou looking good though. So 3:10, so it's gonna be 4 laps to go. Wow, nice move down the inside. Guillou, well, he caught Growlers unawares there. As he went for the jump up the inside, cleared the tabletop on the finish line jump. And Guillou, just from out of nowhere, finds himself leading here with about 4 to go. And he's our new race leader on lap 12. Van Donnick 13 seconds further back on the Scott Racing KTM. Sewa now in 4th, Bogus is 5th. Yeah, didn't get the drive or the distance. He would have known that Guillou was there maybe, but had to back out as it went through the right-hander that leads back onto the main straight past the finish or the pit lane area. So Valentin Guillou was confident at the start of the year when he arrived in Portugal, but was nervous in the qualifying race and in the race on Sunday, but after picking up his first race win and standing on the podium, thought maybe he's got a good chance of winning. Of course, he knows Jeremy Sewa, fellow countryman from Switzerland, wouldn't make it easy for him, but Guillou has been getting the starts this year and making it much easier on himself, unlike Jeremy, who now sits in 4th place, having passed Brian Bogus a lap or so ago. And he's already opened up a 5-second advantage over the number 9 from the Netherlands, Brian Bogus, on the Stabilo Pro Grip KTM. So after 11 laps then, it's Growlers now in 2nd position because this guy here, Valentin Guillou, he leads, clicks off another lap. That's 12 completed for him now. Growlers in 2nd place on the standing construct KTM. We wait for Brent Van Donnick to come over the line in 3rd. And he's... How far ahead is he of Brent Van Donnick? Is Van Donnick closing in? Oh, Sewa's gone 3rd. So we've lost Brent Van Donnick, actually. So he's thrown away a 3rd place. So that's played right into the hands of Jeremy Sewa. So it's going to be 5 points then, the difference between 1st and 3rd for Guillou and Jeremy Sewa. So Guillou, Growlers, Sewa, they first 3. Brian Bogus 4th. Mika de Waal is 5th. Brent Van Donnick is now in 6th place. Carlos Sabalis is in 7th. 8th is Nathan Watson. 9th is Victor Bjorklund. And 10th is Simon Mallet. Nick Kuenberg is 11th. Jordan Booker now 12th. Cyril Klein-Krumov has not moved from that 13th place all race long. Thomas Olsen is 14th. Ryan Houghton is 15th. Kalle Olsen is 16th. Then we've got Enni Huoltomaker, Luca Ninehouse, Jorge Zaragoza is 19th, and Antonio Lundgren finds himself in 20th place. So Jeremy Seewer now in third on the Rockstar Energy Suzuki Europe machine. So of course one moto for these guys in the European Championship nowadays. So what you see is what you get. Guillot, Graulis, Seewer, that's your podium with 3 laps to go. Now 2 laps because Guillot over the line. So it'll be interesting to know where Brent Van Donnick fell. 147 going out. That's the second of the Rockstar guys, Jesper Jonsson on the Vamo Suzuki. There's Mike Krass, obviously picked himself up after the fall. Didn't see where he went, but no front brake. That'll be from the crash probably. Nothing worse than a spongy front brake, but here's your race leader, 92. There's second place rider, right on his case. So with 2 to go, or a lap and a half to go, we're in back marker traffic time. Graulis might think he can steal the win here. Guillot deals with the back marker on top of the jump, and he then moves out of the way. I think that might have been 163, Carl Bengtsson on the Mafia Yamaha. Jasikonis just taking a look over his shoulder, so those guys obviously are in their own little battle further down the field, outside of points. So Arminius Jasikonis takes a look, he takes a look again to see where, obviously he knows he's in his own little battle. So final lap then. Nothing in it between the 2 leaders, less than a second. Now or never for Graulis on the standing construct KTM, the 171. He withstood the pressure for 11 laps before, not able to get it. Oh, and he stabs the front end deep as well in that corner at the bottom of the hill, and that would just make that gap a little bit too much for him to bridge back to the number 92 of Valentin Guillot. But I was going to say, when he led for 11 laps, didn't quite get the distance over the finish line jump. And that was enough for Guillot to go through, but they're still pretty much locked together here. First and second in the race, 92 and 171. They're your 2 leaders there. So Graulis still got his head up. Valentin Guillot hasn't been pushed like this so far this year. Comfortable winner both times so far this year. But riding on confidence, having picked up 2 race wins and a championship lead already. .107, Lars van Berkel, the Nastan Jumbo KTM rider, knows he's about to be lapped here. Oh, and a big moment there for Graulis. He picks himself up, he's a little bit wobbly on the legs, but Jeremy Seewer is going to capitalise here. The yellow. Well, that will play right into the hands of the Swiss rider. Oh, he's there in the background, so he's still in third position. Graulis feeling a little bit second-hand. He went down hard there. He's got 2 corners to go. And Seewer will see that Graulis is just ahead of him. And that would be cruel, cruel luck for Graulis. Out of the final corner in the background there. Here we go. Guillot has already taken the flag. Graulis holds on and takes second. And just by the skin of his teeth, Seewer comes home in third, but there's your race winner. big crash. Yeah. He went down hard in France at the bottom of the hill just after the finish line and had to be carted off to the medical facility just to get himself checked out. Had a bit of a whiplash then after the crash, and just see him then nursing a neck injury. Just went down hard though, head first into the ground, and a flip, and he was almost in danger. Here we go, here's Amy.
Valentin, you claw back that race lead with literally 2 minutes to go.
Yeah, it was not easy to ride. It was very slippery and very tricky. And the first lap, I almost jumped off the track, so I was lucky. And yeah, after I tried to ride easy, and yeah, I passed almost at the end of the race, but I win, so it's good for the championship.
Well done, Valentin.
Yeah, he was very lucky on that first lap not to take out the marshal stand. But even luckier to manage to hold on to that second place. Damon Growlers. Burgers came home in fourth. Dual was fifth. Sablis was in sixth position. Ah, Jasikonis. It's like the bike, did he make it over the line? I think he did, just about. Watson coming home in seventh place. So his best result of the season so far. Then the 2.94 of Bjorklund. Then 5.55 Malay. Yeah. Probably get a chance to see the replay from that Growlers crash in a moment, but just down there explaining to his crew that the moment the impact, and just trying to tweak himself to see exactly where he's hurting and where he's not. So we'll give you the official confirmation then in just a moment as to... right, here we go. There was your race leader, number 92, Valentin Guillot, and then just there, and just rolled over. Was also very lucky not to get collected there by the 185 as he went through. That would have been the German, David von Zietwitz, who went through the last chance qualifier, actually. So yes, we can see the results now. So the results of the race here: Valentin Guillot, Damon Growlers, Jeremy Sewer, Brian Bogus, Mika de Waal. They were your top five. Carlos Sabalis was sixth, Nathan Watson seventh, Victor Bjorklund, Simon Malay and Nick Kuenberg your top 10. Cyril Klein-Kromhoff managed to get back to 11th then in the closing stages ahead of Thomas Olsen. But there's guys down there that were outside the points.
And second prize will be handed over by Mr.
Benoit Patrel, one of them. Mike Crass, another, and of course, Joel Milesevic as well. I wonder if it was one of, if he went down on the first turn, maybe. Also, the other guy who we didn't see, the number 100 of Manny Klinsheim. Not sure on the injury from him, but he was certainly holding one of his arms, one of his hands as he picked himself up from going down before the first turn. So 92, Valentin Guillot, of course we know he was the race winner. He was also the overall winner here as well, on moto, 25 points on the right. So Watson 7th, Bjorklund 8th, Malay was 9th, Kuenberg 10th, Kromhoff 11th, Olsen, Hortemarker, Reinhouten 14th in the end ahead of Jordan Booker and Luca Ninehouse. And it was Bengtsson, Anton Lundgren, Simone Fallotti, and the number 79 of Jaap Kornuth. So yeah, Husqvarna making an impact This weekend in the press conference just before the start of this race, Husqvarna are back with MX1 and MX2 factory teams next year. Championship looks like this. No change for the first two, but Guillot takes 3 more points, or 5 more points over Sewa. Growlers moves up 1, Kromov drops down 1.
Third position today in the European Championship goes to... We were a little bit too quick. Well, that's usual, Uruguay. Okay, there we go. The third position in the European Championship.
So podium time then. We're down on the skybox. Third overall this weekend. Jeremy Sewa knows he's got to do better if he's going to challenge his fellow countrymen for the championship here. The Rockstar Energy Suzuki Europe rider there on the right-hand side. And the standing construct KTM rider of Damon Growlers second. But there's your overall winner. Number 92, Valentin Guillot. On the Guillot Motorsports KTM, Yves Demarier there in the right, just here. It's his trainer, coach, mentor, landlord, if you like. Jeremy Sewa takes his trophy then for his hard-earned efforts this weekend.
And then we hand over the second trophy to the winner of the second prize.
Already thinking about where it went wrong, and I think we can say it was at the start. He was a long way behind going into the first corner, but then capitalised.
And being a member of the Democratic Party.
Samuel Nagar, the can't even say the word now. Anyway, Raufstein, municipality is the word I was looking for. Valentin Guillot lifts another trophy high above his head here. The Swedish round of the European 250 Motocross Championship. There's 3 wins out of 3 so far for the Swiss rider. Of course, Yves Demarier taking the manufacturer's trophy on behalf of KTM, the winning manufacturers in this round this weekend. So he still leads the championship. Ingo Parch, the FIM Europe delegate this weekend, handing Valentin Guillot another red plate as he continues to lead going into round 4, which of course is in Latvia in 1 week's time.
Okay, and there comes the national anthem for the winner. And now, the champagne for the winners in your cheers. An unbelievable Ingo Parch.
So Valentin Guillot then, and the boys get busy with the fizzy down there on the podium. It's 3 straight wins out of 3 for the Swiss rider, but Jeremy Sewa steps off the 3rd step of the podium. A little bit disappointed.
And that was the prize giving, ladies and gentlemen.
It was a good effort though, at maybe a mistake allowed him through on Brent Van Donnick, and a crash there from
you must be satisfied.
Bogas as well. But here's how it happened in the European 250 Championship race. There was already carnage at the back, but Magny Klinsheim got tagged going into the first corner. Valentin Guillot was very lucky not to come a cropper on the opening lap. He managed to only lose 1 position there in the process, but up front it was Growlers from Bogas and Valentin Guillot. They were the early pace setters. Benoit Paturel was in a battle with the 294 of Victor Bjorklund. That was for 8th at the time. But then Bogas lost the rear wheel and almost span into the front of the 92 of Valentin Guillot, who gladly accepted 2nd position at that moment in the race. Then Jeremy Sewa found a way past Brian Bogas. as he climbed his way to the top of the leaderboard. But then that was the mistake from Growlers that allowed Valentin Guyot to get the distance over the finish line, jump, take the lead, and then Growlers on the final lap with about a third of the way to go crashed out spectacularly. He picked himself up, managed to come home in second. See who was third. Let's hear from our winner. Here's Amy.
Valentin Guyot, congratulations for another victory, but a little mistake out there when you were attacking for the first position in the early stages of the race, but I'm sure that you're happy for this victory.
Yeah, for sure, it's a very good point for the championship. It was not easy to ride, it was very slippery. And the first lap I almost jumped off the track, so I was very lucky. And yeah, after I was three, I tried to pass. The guy in front of me crashed, so he was second. And yeah, at 4 laps to go, I take the lead, so it was very good. And it was good. It was good for the championship.
Congratulations.
Looking like a real prospect of taking a European title this year. Here's 92, Valentin Guyot of Switzerland, as he picks up his third race win of the season. Was made to work for it though, and it wasn't until the mistake from Damon Growlers, with just a handful of corners to go on the final lap, where he could maybe just breathe a sigh of relief, but at that point probably wasn't even aware that Growlers had crashed out. But anyway, 3 out of 3. That's not a bad way to start the season. Here is Damon Growlers. Let's hear what he has to say.
Damon, congratulations for the second position. A big crash though in the last lap. What happened out there?
Yeah, I had the lead in the beginning, and after I made a mistake, so Guyot took the first place. But then in the last lap, I want to re-attack him for the lead, and then something happens in the line. I don't know what, and I had a big crash. I hurt my neck a little bit, but I still managed to get second place, so that's good. Next races, I really want to win. So we're gonna keep on working, and I want to say thank you to all the sponsors, my family, all the people that helps me, and yeah, it's very nice.
So all the best then for the next round.
Yeah, looking a little bit second-hand, just walking away a little bit gingerly, but second overall this weekend, and pushed himself up to third in the championship as well, pushing Brian Klomoff back down to fourth in the championship chase. But he was fortunate that the race wasn't another lap longer, because certainly Jeremy Seewer would have gone through. But his best result of the season anyway for the standing construct KTM rider, Damon Growlers. And he'll be looking forward, hopefully, to Latvia in a week's time. But third overall was Jeremy Seewer, the Rockstar Energy Suzuki Europe rider. Made a poor start going into the first turn, came out 10th, and eventually ended up third. Here he is.
Jeremy, congratulations, third place today here, but it was not such a good start, but you managed to recover quite well by the end of the race.
Yes, my start was not like I want to have it, and in the first corner somebody crashed just in front of me, and I lost another 5 position or something. And then it's difficult to pass here other riders, and I managed to get third, almost second in the end. And yeah, with this start, I think it's not possible to win this race, and I hope I get a better start next time. And yes.
Congratulations and good luck also for the next round.
Difficult to hide the disappointment on the young Swiss rider's face there, but he battled through and he never gave up until the checkered flag fell, and he was able to pick up 20 points and third. 3 visits to the podium for him this year, but he knows he cannot afford to let Valentin Guyot get better starts than him if he is to challenge for the championship in the second half of the season. Of course, we've got Latvia in a week's time, and it'll be interesting to see how that little battle shapes up there as well at Kegums. But for now, he's just going to have to lick his wounds and be content with third overall here this weekend in Sweden. Well, that's it for now from Uddevalla. But we'll be back in about 6 minutes' time for MX2 Race 1.
Let's see if you have some fans. Are there fans for Jeppe Herlings?
safety again, Eric?
Talking with one of those characters from Motocross, around the whole of the world in Motocross. His opinion is very well respected by us. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen, with all of us now in the MX250. Let me inform you that yesterday's in the qualification race, my fellow countryman Jeffrey Hurley, the world champion, was fastest, and he is that means also fastest and first behind the car. Second went to Alessandro Rufino, with surprisingly fast this year, racing with the Kawasaki Energy team, sponsored by CL and Monster Energy. Alessandro Rufino. In third place, Christophe Carré from France on the Monster Energy Yamaha. In fourth place, Body Touché from France on the Rambo KDM factory machine. In fifth place, and a little bit Swedish, it's Dean Ferris from Australia, but his mama is born in Sweden. So it's half Swedish with Dean Ferris, so there's nothing to celebrate to you in fifth place. Sixth place, and number 70, Jose Russo from Spain. Seventh place, number 4, Kip Romain Fabre from France. And eighth position from the Netherlands, Graham Coldenhoff on the Step African Stadium. Ninth place, ninth place, Norway! Ja, hij is Norge! Evenheid nu binnen de overhalen, Lia. En dan hadden we een stormende verrassing, de mannen. And in 10th place, we have been Mel I take it that Niklas, my colleague, is upstairs, and he will inform you about the Swedish riders. Niklas Ellegard, varsågod!
Ja du Herman, vi har inga svenska förare med i MX2-klassen, men det är faktiskt så här att vi har ju våran norske vän Eivind Heiby som är